Alright guys, I'm back with a new video. Getting straight into it. Don't really have any pre-video thoughts. Nothing to recap. I mean, I guess I didn't think I was going to make another video for a while. I thought I was going to just slack and just be just done. But alas, here I am. I just want to talk about just some thoughts. It's crazy, people think that, doing a poll on Twitter is going to make some change. I always mention how I don't think voting is really going to make any change. Just because nobody can vote themselves out of power. You can't do a poll to get yourself out of power. What? If I'm the one in power, I'm gonna look at a poll and be like, well, I guess the majority of people said that we should stop being bad. I guess I'm gonna stop being bad. It's not gonna work. Someone's gonna have to physically force me to stop being bad. I don't know that I'm doing what is bad. In my world, everything I'm doing is good, which is why I think we need more collectivism instead of individualism, and people wanting to be right and going into their own ways. I think we need groups of people, because my friend made a good point. We're going up against a system that's been in place for hundreds, thousands of years. So you can't just overnight expect to win. We have to pull away and, do our own plan from there. Because a lot of the time, I see people on Twitter, who are the so-called voices, they're this is what we got to do, but they don't have a plan for what we're going to do afterwards. That's why I think truly we need to step away from the system and get away from this such individualistic mind state where I need this, you need this, we need this. It's okay to be an individual in a group and help come up with new ideas, but it needs to be for the group, not for yourself. In one of the videos I said that this all needs to come down, and I don't think it needs to come down. I just think it needs to be, we need to approach what we're using in a better way. We have, everything is there, and it's weird how I'm thinking all this about right now. But I have no topics. I'm just talking, and we have all the supplies and everything there. It is all set up. It's just being used wrong. Now that I think about it, if we're able to take what we have and find a way, what the issue is, it comes back to greed and who needs money and the value of money, and instead of the value of yourself and peace of mind and brands. That's what it comes back down to. I don't really know if people need to find worth in things that aren't materialistic. I think that's literally what it comes back down to. Too much emphasis is placed on brands. That's where it goes back to the individualism. Nobody in the society, this is why it's funny how we push individualism so much. It's because nobody in the society has ever gotten anywhere without help. And then on top of that, it's society's fault for pushing. We push only the best of the best. That's what America does. We push the individual. We push the brand, whatever's hot at the time. And we tell people you can do that too, when no, you can't. Sorry to break it to you. Not everybody's going to be a millionaire. Not everybody's going to be a billionaire. Not everybody's going to be a Michael Jordan. You're just not. And people want to be these individuals so bad, and instead of being themselves. And what happens is they place all this hope and when they get upset, they're wow, I'm not able to be what I see on TV. Yeah, because it's on TV. It's not for everybody. I'm not trying to tear anybody down. I want this to be, I know this sounds negative, I want this to be positive, in the sense that you're not supposed to be that. You're supposed to find happiness in other things, and that's perfectly fine, perfectly okay, perfectly fine. But what happens is we have a society that places our happiness in materialistic objects, and success in selling objects to others, and success in money and finances, when that's just not the case. And that's what creates this individualistic society. Our society has families want to kick you out at 18, and then you're on your own, and then you're living with 100 people, and now you're scrambling, and now it pushes you to want to be one of these people. Like, if you think about it, society just pushes you to want to be one of the best of the best. It's because it's such dog eat dog instead of the collectivism that we need. We need to come together in groups. We need to treat people like family that you don't even know. And I think that's, man, if we could start treating each other, and I'm not talking about even treating, you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. That the agreeing part is so stupid, to have to agree. When, if it's for the benefit of a group, I think that's all that matters. I know that sounds weird, but like, sometimes the betterment of people isn't always what you think is right. I can't sometimes, I mean, you can't think so far down not everybody can. How about that? Not everybody can think so far down the road. That's why some people can. There's probably been great leaders in the past, Native American tribes, Mexican tribes, that have said, for example, like why they have certain traditions and why they've done things, hundreds of ways, and it's passed down. And, even like today, we'd be like, oh, that's an old tradition. You know what I mean? Like, you hear about it all the time, but it's like, at the time, there was a reason for that tradition and why. And now we're in the place where we're like, oh, we don't think that's right. But like, at the time, it was probably for a good reason. And like I said, they might, 100 years, they don't have the foresight to know that that might be bad now. But somebody's got to make these decisions. I hope what I'm saying, like, is making sense, that like this collectivism, individualism is like very important, and just being able to come together and making an actual plan, because nobody has plans. It goes back to what I was saying. I was telling my friend, I think we need to go back to the basics. I think we need to set pride in making something off of our own, living off the land. And like I said, everything's already there. Everything is here. We're not taking full advantage of it. It's kind of weird how like we're missing, like we're trying to make everything so grandiose and see like what can we do here with this and that, and we don't need to do anything crazy. It's already here. We need to go back to the basics, go back to the roots, and I guarantee to make people simpler. That's why I said people. There's been a lot of, like in my last video, there's people that have thought like me, want to, do things and make change, and they give up, and it's sad to see. And we just need to take care of these people. We need to take care of all these people. Like right now, there's a big drug epidemic, and a lot of people are dying. Like, it's like crazy right now, and it's because a lot of people, at the end of the day, they're depressed and they give up hope, and no one's doing anything for these people. No one feels love, because everybody feels as if everybody's in for themselves. No one's in it for the we, man. If you ain't talking about we, I don't want to hear it. What we doing? What's the, what am I having for dinner? No, what we having for dinner? I don't even live at your crib, but what we having? That's what I thought. Out here being selfish, about to eat all that for yourself. That's kind of how, that's ironic how you're going to eat all that for yourself, which is the same thing for like all these businesses and these brands. They want to, they want to just feast off of you guys, and you think you're getting a piece of it. Like this, it needs to be split. And it doesn't, I think I'm gonna end it there. Short little rant. This is technically, I didn't even realize this is gonna be a revamp of the collectivism individualism video, but that one got messed up due to the audio. So here it is now, about 2 months later. But we're doing it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, later. Weird, awkward silence because the video wouldn't stop.